case somebody wanted me to take a look at the warrior trading, guys. Back in the green, up 700. Mike's trade recap. So this is stock trading, but it's all the same to me. I don't see a difference. People say you can't use an index of price on Forex because it's not price indexed. But stocks look just like Forex to me. I mean, all markets the same. Warrior trading, and this is how to day trade. I get out by the end of the day. That's called day trading. As long as you're flat by the end of the day, you can claim you're a day trader. So here's the recap. And I guess he's trading pretty heavy on these stocks to make $700. I just trade the structure. I think the moving averages, sure, I could cherry pick some stuff here and say, look at crossed over here. Right, crossed over. Think about getting long. And Alexander Elder technique is if it pierces, say, this moving average, whichever one you pick, you start putting a buy stop here. But if you do put a sell stop here, look, they stopped you out. So you can see how that rolls. Here is the warrior trader guy.
Back point, and then we get above this level, which was this previous high. We hold, consolidate, and then make a really strong breakout. All right, so that's why this level is important.
Okay, so what I think, it's not that level.
Want to keep it.
I don't think it's that level, and this is a misunderstanding, I think, of people that look at this stuff. The cause and effect to me that I've discovered is liquidity, so I think the liquidity window is here. See? Here, this is what it is. And here, see this little notch? Because of this giant scaping move here. Once you can identify this low here and see the reaction we get here, this is all the same. This could be the CAD yen. It doesn't matter. And once this thing takes off, this is, I don't know if this is a daily chart. No, this has got to be like a 5-minute chart or something. Oh, no, it's daily chart. Okay, it's daily chart. Look at Top Tick Tommy getting his ass crushed here. Somebody's selling that. Okay, and I know people are bullish, so this is the argument from phony no-nonsense guys that everybody's bullish here. Fade the chasers. But you know what? Here, the guy that bought here, he looks like a genius, right? Look at that thing go. And this is the no-nonsense Forex guy claim to fame. But see, no-nonsense Forex guy, that technique kind of gets destroyed here, doesn't it? Like, I bought here because it's all bullish. Look, it's breaking out. Wah, wah, wah. Look, it's all bull. I wait for confirmation. Now, I would say in this instance, I would buy this big up bar, but I'm kind of thinking they're going to reject this floor, that this auction's over. And what's the cause for the effect? You can see it all over this chart. You see this wedge. When this thing comes here, and I think it gap opened down maybe and then engulfed. Same thing here. If you want to trade stocks, buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. I know this is a big, juicy trend, but you can get on the trend by buying low, right? You're buying the stop punts here. You're getting in, not on confirmation. Just really stop it with the confirmation. You're not getting married, okay? You're not making babies with the market.
It on watch. We had it on here today because that was a level that if it broke that, it's down to the next support, which is going to be right here on 5250. The next one below that.
I like how he talks. A level that had been broke that. These guys are reading a script. Somebody got a typo on a script.
A level that if it broke that, it's down to the next support, which is going to be right in through here on 5250. The next one below that, you can see identifiable pivot in through here, right? Once it comes back to retest that, consolidates around.
Okay, that's a top that became a bottom. See how the breakout pulled back, the confirmation people, breakout, pull back to the breakout, then off to the races. Same thing here, pull back. It's always doing that. Breakout, pull back, breakout, pull back. But the problem is, what happens when you buy this and it pulls back so fucking deep? Well, that's why you want to get in more than one ticket. You don't want to be so precise in your trading. Trade sloppy, trade often.
Around that same level rejected, and then lifts off again. So those are points in the market you really want to pay attention to because they will often present you with very reliable levels to trade around. So those are the levels that we had. Again, really starting from that 58.
I just wonder, where do these guys come from? You know, they're it's him and this other guy, I think, trading, and you know, they're just kind of like a hobby. They're posting their shit, or is they're trying to sell coaching? Or it's always incredible. Too many fucking candles on this chart. Get rid of the fucking moving averages. Get rid of the stupid fucking trend line. Did you get in there? No, he can get. Wait till you see his trade.
57 zone, that big pivot support zone. Once that broke, we had room to fade to 5250s. And again, ultimately down to 47.
I can't believe you're criticizing other people's trading. Well, how are we going to learn it unless we go look at Jed? He drove over the kid with his car. How can we prevent that?
And that coupled with,
I don't know. He said, I've driven over a bicycle before. I think my own bicycle. Yeah, I upgraded to a car. Took out the bike.
The fact that it had broken its.
Look at the volume here. What does that say? And look at this volume spike here. Speaking about volume, and for Bill Williams, this is a squat. In other words, a lot of volume, a little bit of movement. Somebody got in heavy there. Big boys, see? If you are a volume trader, like this is when you get in, when there's a lot of volume. I can't draw down there, but see this, a lot of volume. Too late, right? A lot of volume here, though, right? Last of the Mohicans. Then I think more interesting than volume is lack of volume. Time to get in.
Almost 2-year trend here is really important, and earnings with a cut outlook. So that's something to pay attention to as well.
That's the fundamentals driving the market. Yeah, if you didn't think there was a bunch of stops, why does it rifle through that? And its slippage is incredible on the stock market. I mean, you talk about slippage. I don't think Forex has any kind of slippage compared to this shit. If you got a sell limit, if you got a sell stop here protecting this long position, they might have filled you here. Probably filled you fucking here. If it's a thin market, it's not a very big traded stock. You know, I used to trade stocks, so it's not like. I mean, yeah. So, come on, man. Let's not be ridiculous.
Now, as we dial in, you can see the only issue we had on this coming into the open is that it was moving a pretty.
Now, believe it or not, this guy's going to try to sell this thing.
Decent amount through the pocket. Typically, when stocks move 50% or more into a pocket that we're looking to trade.
So this is the big problem, I think, with a lot of people. They got this checklist of what typically this happens, typically that happens, and I've got this thing where, you know, if the other guy that lost $7,000 in the previous video, this one is talking about, well, you know what, I went to my scanner and the things that gap like 30%, I'm kind of interested in. Why can't you just pay attention to what's going on with your kids that are on crack? Who's raising kids? Like, who has 5 kids and they're going, you know, typically at 5 years old they're doing meth, and my kid's not doing meth yet. I mean, is this your yardstick?
I rarely ever trade them out of the open, and they need to see a confirmed retest.
He needs to see a confirmed retest.
Or I just don't trade them at all because they've already made the move that we wanted. Right, the first move's always the best. It's always the easiest. So that's the one that I look to trade. Now, coming into the open on this, you can see that we definitely were.
Look how those moving averages are struggling to fucking make sense of this shit. Another reason why moving averages are just ridiculous. Look at that gap. Look at how gap just punishes this fucking. Is this the 3-period moving average undotted? That's right here. What the fuck am I talking about? The 20 EMA. The 20-day EMA. Oh, 20. He's got 20 EMAs. He's got 100 simple moving average, and he's got the 200 simple moving average. Good for you, bro.
Right on.
It's like, how do you make those cookies again? A little bit of flour, a cup of flour, a cup of sugar. You're good to go. Ain't nothing fancy.
On the cusp of 50% through the window. Now, what I do in a situation like this is I just want to see how we open up, what the price action looks like.
You and all the other goobers on the sidelines.
If we've got a lot of volume and momentum and the market's in our favor, then
Where's the people with balls trading this shit? God, is everybody a fucking soy boy trader now?
Trade it. But in this case today, the market was not in our favor. So if you look at the SPY, we had a gap up this morning.
See, now it's got to go to another fucking thing. Can't you just trade what you're on? Well, look at the neighbors' kids aren't crack yet either.
The gap up was holding. Right, we weren't.
My kid's doing heroin. He's chic.
Filling the gap. Right, so since the gap was holding here. And we were 50%.
Look at this beautiful opportunity. I don't know what the spread is on this, and maybe it's 0 because that's what people are telling me on ES. I ain't no spread. I ain't pay no spread. You never got them. I love it. Okay, well, look at this little stop hunt here. Gee, I think I want to get in here. What do you think? Look at the wedge forming. I know, but I don't have confirmation from a scanner. You know, I only try. Look at this fucking stop hunt. Ouch. Yeah, Forex is, not to mention the other guys said that they halted trading. Then fuck, they don't halt trading in Forex, dude. Why Forex is better than stocks? Where do I start?
Or more.
Talk about manipulation. Well, they just halted trading. I mean, the circuit breakers came in. Dude, the government ain't touching the fucking Forex market. As far as, I can't believe I'm still watching this no-nonsense fucking fuckhead, but somebody commented to me about, Barclays just got busted for rigging the Forex market. Dude, let them rig it all day fucking long. The LIBOR rates, let them set overnight. I used to buy gold, real gold, okay? And guess what? I couldn't buy gold till 11 o'clock. We have to wait for London fix. Okay, you know what? These are fixed fucking things. They have to roll over. There's specialists in the stock market. What does everybody think the fucking world is just laid out in some pristine, unvarnished fucking... I mean, what the fuck? I mean, if it was that, it's like these fucking communist Democrats that are like, no, we need to see this, and this, and this, and it's just not... Dude, you've already seen it. There's nothing to see. You're making shit up in your head now.
The window on KSS, that is not market alignment, and I'm not going to take the extra risk and take.
Can't take no risk. Oh, poor thing. What is it, these guys? Okay, if you're happy with this guy and you think he's all that in a bag of chips and a fucking a corned beef on rye, fucking sign up with him all day long. But I've been down this road, dude. It's just utter fucking agony, and I've never been able to fucking. Once you can see. It's like once you know what's inside of a house, when you drive by it, you can't unring that bell. I mean, I know what's going on in these fucking markets. I don't get it. I used to trade commodities and they look like this shit. I mean, the nice thing about Forex, you don't get this kind of shit where it's it's so dead, ain't nobody fucking traded it. You're like, holy shit. Do I even have a fucking live feed? Look at this shit. What time frame is this? The daily? And where does he pick these stocks? What stock is this? Kohl's, fucking department store. People are trading a goddamn department store. Okay, I guess, right? An instrument's an instrument. Just because you're playing the triangle in the orchestra and you hit it 5 times and you're getting $5,000 a year. Okay. I mean, it's a gig.
Trade right out of the open. So I decided to sit tight on this. It did make
good for sitting tight. Good boy. Stay. Somebody just put on Facebook this thing where the dogs like roll over, bark, and the last one stay and the dog's gone.
Pretty decent move out of the open, but I decided to sit tight and wait for...
Sit tight, brother. Wait for it. No, I wasn't going to put buy limits down here. That's just too risky. Not to mention this glorious entry we all know about, I think. I wonder if there's any way I should buy down here. Kind of risky. I don't see my moving averages, and I ain't waiting for that volume to drop off. Look at the volume spike there. Gee, wonder what happened there. Whole lot of trading.
Retest and see if that retest actually failed. And
see if it actually failed. Because you know what I'm waiting for? This is what I'm waiting for. I mean, this is just everywhere you go, it seems like. And none of us are immune from getting hopeful when it moves in our direction and not realizing that somebody's about to take the other side of that trade and butt fuck you without lubricant.
If that did, that's where I was going to get short. So let's dial in.
He was going to get short. He was going to get short into that fucking vast vacuum and just kind of hope that it's going to...
Faster time frame. I'll show you exactly where I got in there.
Okay, he's on a 24-second time frame, people. Are you sitting fucking down? I swear to God, I think he went to a small... Oh, like he wasn't... This is a 24-second chart. They're day trading, They're day traders. Somebody asked me to review Warrior Trading. I hope that they came away with the same disgust that I did.
So as we came back...
Talk about slicing it a little too thin. Is there a spread on this? Is this spread free? Just commissions. That's enough to burn your fucking ass up. Look at the retest. Man, I wish Forex was this fucking beautiful. Look at this. This reminds me of commodities. No trading, no trading, no trading, no trading, no trading. Look at this. Is my feed down? Could you check the antenna on the roof? Check the satellite dish. Look at these little mini auctions. bit it down, crush, come back to the floor. Woof. Then it's going to come down here, and then wow, comes unwrapped. People buy it. Woof, comes back to here. Gee, retest there. So much. It's 24-second chart. Why 24 seconds? Why not 25? That's kind of, well, I guess SMPTE, right? SMPTE code, 24 frames a second. I guess that's. I don't know what the fuck.
This is the first sort of initial kind of momentum move out of the open. But once we came back and kind of basically failed the high, right? This is the high right in through here. We tested it, made just a slightly lower
I guess if
high.
you're impatient like me, 24-second chart, it is taking about 5 minutes to get up there, right? Wait a second, I have to do the math. Get a 30-second chart, so at least I can do the fucking math.
We started to turn back over, and once we got through VWAP, I got short, 55.20.
You get short here. Now, just pull the fucking trigger, dude. So you got short after it already went down. So for me, I only chase if I really think that, okay, I'm just not big enough. This thing is going up. I'm adding to a position. I'm not chasing. I'm just adding a little bit more. I'm not going to just get into a fucking first out of the gate position there. I'm like, oh, you know what? Thing is going up. I'm going to add a little bit to this thing.
I pressed the key at 55.20s. I got filled 55.16.
Oh, really? Traded at the market. He pressed the key like a true goober. Well, this is Goober University, right? Warrior Goobers. I want to have a website called Warrior Goober Trading. Incompetent retail traders unite. Come on, people. How about mastering goober entries?
18, 17, so right around in through this zone here. We tested for a minute, and we started to pull away. We made lows, got through 55. I covered some in through the 80s.
Good work. You covered your... See, now that's money management. See, what's saving this guy is money management. Isn't that funny? You could be the worst fucking trader in the world, and as long as you're like, you know what, oof, I think I fucked up, and that would be admitting you're wrong. Or you just say, you know what, I got to stop in. I'm going to plan my trade my plan. So in the end, psychology money management is 90% of the game. So this thing about what are you using for your moving averages, people, when anybody asks what moving average are you using, they just don't fucking have a clue that, well, maybe that you don't need a moving average. But when they see that and they see how it denoises the market, they're like, with the same thing about girls is that I've seen girls. There was a girl in the store yesterday, walked in. I walked in behind her, and of course, you know, the view from behind is, you know, I was like, wow, what a great looking ass. And then when I got in front of her, I'm like, okay, well, her face looks like it was hit by a shovel, like that girl that works for Trump. But I'm like, holy shit. But the thing was, she was wearing a raincoat that was tailored. So this is what a moving average is. It's like a really nice raincoat. Not to mention, it was kind of shiny.
480s.
Well, there's a nice colored moving average you got there, buddy. I'm really tempted to take this trade.
I covered a little bit as we came back up to 55.
She was taken, though. She was with some guy, but I was going to come up there and go, hey, does your husband have life insurance? Because I'm going to kill him.
I wasn't really liking the price action.
Well, I could kill him, and then we could just run away with the money, and that's been done.
Much. And then I just kind of sat tight with it to see if we would resolve lower.
He's good at sitting tight. This guy can sit tight. See, now that's another skill set.
More, I was going to take off
Give you time out. Put your nose to the wall.
Down near the low. But as you can see, that didn't happen. And what started to raise the red flag to me is once we...
On a 24-second chart, red flags up.
Made this higher low right here. Right, it's very subtle, but these very subtle...
It's very subtle. Raise the red flag.
Moments are very telling, especially if they're taking
Oddly,
place
he's keyed into that, but he's missing some other stuff.
During what is supposed to be a momentum trend. What you can see here is on the way down, right? On the way down...
Can we go to the 5-second chart, please?
You're making lower lows, all right? But look what happened.
Making lower lows. God, if I hear that fucking making higher highs, if I hear that phrase one more fucking time, I'm gonna kill myself.
After
with my head blown out in front of the computer with this on a loop. Higher highs, higher lows, swing high to swing low.
Lower low gets put
lower
in.
Low. That's
and
my license plate's gonna say on my Ferrari. Look at that FX Ferrari. Lower lows. I was a bear. Look at 2008. Lower lows.
Back for a retrace. We're still in trend on the top side because we're making lower highs, but What happens over
Wait,
here
lower highs, lower lows. Okay.
is we now put
Lower
in
highs, I'm putting in buy stops to go the other way.
a higher low. Okay.
It's even hard for him to see. You notice that?
When you don't resolve back to the lows after a failed retest, you need to be on very high alert. Okay?
But isn't that true? Now, is it just me? Isn't that true during all this shit? That storybook is going on higher, high, higher lows. All that shit's going here. It just happens to be quiet here, so you can kind of see. Okay, I see what's going. I think I got what's going on there. It's such. People have really. It's so fascinating to watch people try to analyze the market and make sense of it, because their template, their framing, that how they're going to use their moving averages to try to fucking make sense of these. It's just it's cute.
Okay, so what I did is I sat tight here for a minute to see if we were just going to consolidate.
That's the fourth time he sat tight. This guy can sit tight.
And break down. But once we came back and we made a new pivot high, which was essentially back above this pivot right here, which again was 55.
But there's like every bar's a pivot, really. Be honest with yourself.
I was going to exit the trade. So the fact that we kind of stopped the momentum trend and we made a higher low and we started to come back.
This guy's trading huge. He's made $700 and he was late to the entrance, but he had good money management, so he got out.
Through 55, I exited the balance because we weren't making lower lows, we weren't continuing on momentum, and there was one other very significant.
We don't know the future, so as it's making the lower lows, you feel confidence, but then when it reverses, you're thinking, God, I should have got out. Like,
item that I want to point out is if you're on the 5-minute, look at the
whoa, that looks like the daily now.
volume profile. All right, this volume profile, this type of
Look at the doji entry. So the breakout, the guy that says, you know what, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to go long. That'd be me. Oh, I'm going to go long here. If he's shorting, he's on margin. So you can't short unless you're on margin, right? Unless you own the stock. I'm dumping all my stock right here on a 24-second chart.
Being able to recognize this type of stuff, especially with the volume profile, is so important. It'll really
so important. I think I might have done a thing. I couldn't have done this. This was just published, but I've heard these terms before. It's so important to. Is it really so important? That's from another. Warrior trading. We're warriors. Look at it. We got computer screens. I mean, these cliches are just too much. It's so cute. Anyways, warrior fucking trading. There you go.